Welcome in, love. Let's take a breath, not a rush breath, not a push through it breath, but a breath that says, I'm allowed to pause right here. This moment doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be honest. Welcome to clarity, not the kind that arrives through pressure, but the kind that rises when you slow down. Today we're talking about clarity, right? Not the kind you've been taught to chase. Nah, not that one. This is about not having to always look at that 5-year plan or a list of bullet points or a perfect decision without guaranteed outcomes. This is about something softer and something truer. Clarity isn't something you force. It's something you feel. It doesn't always arrive with full answers. Sometimes it shows up as a small, quiet knowing. Like, this feels right. This feels off. This right here is mine. And this isn't it. Yeah. And that knowing, it doesn't come from the mind alone. It lives in the body. It lives in your breath. It lives in your stability. It lives in your ability to stay present long enough to hear yourself. That's what this episode is about. Reclaiming the part of you that already knows and learning how to listen to her again. Let's name what it feels like to live without clarity, because most of us do, for far longer than we realize. You might feel like you're in a constant loop of overthinking, like no decision feels fully right, tired of asking everyone else what they think, and you're uncertain even after you've chosen, paralyzed by too many options and terrified of getting it wrong. You might call it confusion, but what's really happening is disconnection. Disconnection from your body, your instincts, your inner voice, your emotional truth. And without that connection, every simple choice feels exhausting. You start to doubt everything. You stop trusting yourself. And the more confused you feel, the harder you try to figure it all out. The harder you try in your head to figure it out. But here's a gentle truth right here. Clarity doesn't live in the mind alone. It lives in presence. And presence lives in the body. You can't think your way into peace. You have to feel your way back into it. Right? Let's breathe together here. Inhale slowly and exhale gently. And just whisper softly to yourself, I don't have to know everything. I just need to know what's true right now. Most women wait for clarity before they move. We say things like, I just need to get clear before I speak up. Or once I figure it all out, then I'll rest. Or I need to be sure before I take the next step. Yeah, we say those things. But sometimes clarity doesn't come before the step. Sometimes it comes because you took the step. Clarity is revealed in motion, in presence, in honesty. And when clarity is delayed, it's often not because we don't know. It's because we're afraid of what that clarity will ask of us. Because once you know the truth, you can't unknow it. You can't keep pretending. You can't keep people pleasing. You can't keep living in a space that no longer fits. So sometimes we stay confused because it feels safer than being honest. But your peace doesn't live in confusion, love. Your power doesn't live in delay. And your clarity is not hiding from you. It's waiting for you to get quiet enough to listen. Imagine a glass of water mixed with soil. If you keep stirring it, it stays cloudy. You can't see through it. You don't know what's at the bottom. It's frustrating. But if you set the glass down and let it be, the soil begins to settle. The water begins to clear. Not because you did more, but because you stopped interfering. That's what happens inside of you. It happens inside of you too. You don't need to keep stirring. You don't need to keep shaking. You need to be still long enough for the truth to rise. That's clarity. That's clarity. Let's pause for a moment. Place your hand on your belly and one on your heart. Close your eyes if it feels safe. And ask gently, where am I creating noise because I'm afraid of stillness? Just notice. There's nothing to fix. Awareness is the shift. Clarity doesn't always show up in a dramatic moment. Sometimes it arrives quietly. In your body, in your gut, in your breath. Let's look at what clarity can look like in everyday moments. All right? You're invited to something. On the outside, it's fine. But something in your body pulls back. You feel a quiet resistance within yourself. Not panic, just a no. And you listen. You decline with no guilt, but with peace. That's clarity. That right there is clarity, right? I'll give you another example. You're in a relationship, a routine or a role, and something has felt off for a while. You've justified it. You've minimized it. You've made excuses over and over again for it. But then, in stillness, it lands. It says, I'm not myself here anymore. Something is off. That moment of recognition, that's clarity. Even if you don't know what's next, that's clarity, right? Another example. You keep circling an idea, a move, a message, a shift. You overthink, you delay it, but it keeps on rising up inside of you. Not with urgency, but with calm repetition, keeps on coming over to you. Coming up, coming up, coming up. And finally you allow it. Say, okay. All right, yes, I'm ready. That's clarity. Not because you're sure of the outcome, but because you're honest about the pull. You felt something. You recognized it. You saw it clearly. You don't have to search for clarity like a lost item. You invite it in. You create space for it to rise. Here's how you can begin gently returning to clarity, right? Stop asking for too much too soon. Don't demand a full plan. Instead, ask, what's honest right now? What do I know for sure today? What am I pretending not to know? Clarity builds in layers. Let today's truth be enough. Today's truth, right? Your body tells the truth every day. It does. Just practice noticing it. Does this situation bring expansion or does it make me contract? Do I feel soft or tight when I think about this? Am I breathing or am I holding my breath when this comes into my mind or when I'm in this situation? The answers are there. It is. Take out your journal if you have one, notebook, whatever you have. You can write this down or you can speak it out loud, right? All right. Just know that clarity is often buried under politeness. Use your journal, write down different times in your life where you've been polite instead of being honest or truthful. You don't have to chase the answers. You just have to make space for them. Breathe it out, write it down, and look at it. Become clear. All right? Let's breathe through this. We're going to inhale clarity and exhale pressure. You're allowed to feel your way forward, love. One honest truth, one step at a time. Your becoming practice for today is so simple. Name one truth clearly. It doesn't have to be big or dramatic, just real. Maybe it's, I'm tired, or I need to step back, or this relationship feels off, or I want something more. It could be, I'm scared and I'm still choosing. Whatever it is, name it, write it, speak it, whisper it if you have to. Let that one truth anchor you. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need one honest step, right? One honest step at a time. You are not lost. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are simply coming back to your body, to your breath, to your voice. You don't have to overthink your life to live it well. You don't have to wait until you're certain to start moving. You don't have to wait for permission to name what's true. Clarity isn't loud. It doesn't push. It doesn't beg. It whispers. It nudges. And now you're learning how to listen. All right? Write down that one thing today. That one thing. Just want to remind you, you are becoming a woman who trusts her knowing, who no longer needs to be certain before she is honest, who listens to the quiet part of her that always knew the way, who stops spiraling and starts softening. Remember to subscribe and share this with another queen who needs to hear clarity today. You are becoming a woman who doesn't need perfect answers, love. She just needs presence, honesty, and the courage to follow what feels true to her. This is your becoming. As always, stay crowned, stay blessed. Have a great day.